Yo, hopefully you guys are able to hear me. Yo, what up, everyone? What's up, everybody? Yo, if you guys are in here right now, drop a comment so I know who's here. Only got 20 people joining. All I'm saying is if you guys are here on a Saturday night at 12 a.m., bro, you're gonna fucking make it. There's no question about it. What's up, everyone? Alright, guys, let's get into some charting. I've been testing out this new ICT stuff I've been seeing on Twitter. I like his candles. I like this new candle scheme. Guys, I just want to question one thing about everyone. What part of this chart here is telling anyone that it's a good idea to swing long over a long weekend? Can we see a live example of you plotting supply and demand zones? Yeah, here, I'll do this. I'll go, just to show you guys, we'll go into a random part in fucking time. We'll go here. Alright, then this is on the monthly chart, by the way. Now we're going to go on to the 15-minute chart. Is it not going to put me in the replay mode? I don't know. Fucking take me there or some shit. Then we'll go even further. We'll go here into the COVID era. How do I go back even further? Hold on, guys. Just going to go back here. Boom. Random ass time. Bop. We'll choose there. Alright. I'm going to reset chart. Wow. Do you guys remember this market, man? Holy. Do you guys remember this? How do you even chart this right now? Look at this. Straight gapping up every single day. What a life back then, bro. What a life. Move on to a random section. Or we'll replay this a little bit. We'll do this. Alright. Now that we're here, if you guys watch the YouTube video, you guys know what we are looking for. We're looking for a sharp move up and a sharp move down. Right? Right here, I just assume this would be my demand zone right here. So there's one of two scenarios that's going to happen once I hit this replay. Either we're going to bounce from here. And put this in a different color. We're either going to bounce from here, or it's going to break through here, use that as resistance, and come back down. And then we're going to put another supply right here where orders came, got rejected, and then came back down. So let's just play it. What did I just tell you guys? Does it get any simpler than that? Literally went back into a random piece. November 20th, right? Went back to November 20th and just drew out a random ass demand zone for you guys Right before it even happened, I told you it's going to come down here. There's one of two scenarios. It's going to bounce from here. It's going to break down, use it as resistance, and come back down. And it was the first. You buy the dip here, that's a $5 move already. All right? So what does price want to do now, right? Now that we have this demand, right, what is this telling us? There are buyers present in this area. Okay? So I'm right in here. Buyers are present. Buyers are present in this demand zone. Okay? We confirmed it here when we had this sharp rally up. We confirmed it here where we had 1, 2, 3, 4 wicks. They came down, grabbed buy orders, and sent it back up. What are we looking for now? Right? We want to see a move up to the supply here before it either continues higher and would need to break. It would need to come here, either reject or break higher, and this would be our pullback zone. So I'm going to play it. All right. So once you guys get this demand here and the supply is up here, this is telling you most likely, hey, we're probably going to continue up to the supply, right? Because all the people that bought down here, all the algos, all the market makers, all the institutions that had their orders filled here, they're not scalping for pen. They're not selling here. They're not selling here, right? They're waiting for the previous move where they have their sell orders, right? Now, the reason I'm telling you guys this right now is when institutions are buying, they don't have people sitting there like, okay, price is about to hit, send a buy order, right? They have algos doing all this stuff. They have algos buying, they have algos selling. So when the price comes down to this area, they have limit orders set. They have orders that have yet to be filled, right? The orders come down here, those limits fill, and it sends back up, right? That's essentially what's happening in demand zones, right? Now, what happens at supply zones? The institutions have their algos set to sell at a certain price. Once the orders come here, they're going to sell them off, right? That's what's going to end up happening. So they buy here. Their sell orders are sitting up here. So it's going to make this move up to the next zone before it continues. And the reason we're using this specific zone up here is because look at this drop-off we had. This was where it topped off, stagnated. Orders got filled on this candle here and knifed it down heavy, telling us orders are sitting here heavily. Now, someone's asking, why would I use this middle part as a zone? You want to see a sharp move down on a supply zone and a sharp rally up from a demand zone, correct? So right here, we see a sharp move up. That tells us that there's so many orders here that it's going to induce a sharp rally. What happened here? Gapped up. Here, it induced a sharp pullback, a sharp, waterfall. It just waterfall down. It's knifed down. Here, where do you see a supply zone where it knifed down? Right here, right? This isn't even considered one, really, just because of all this consolidation it did here. This is just telling us this is an area of where supply and demand, where buyers and sellers are fighting. Buyers want to send it up, sellers want to take it down. Buyers buy it up, sellers take it down. Sellers take it down, buy orders are already sitting here. When you see consolidation, look, this is just chop. This isn't what we want to play. We want something like this where it's going to come here, reject down, right? Or if it breaks here, we know there's sell orders sitting here just because of this move. It's going to break up, and then we're going to play the bounce off of that, right? So I'm going to hit play. Look at that. Are you guys seeing? Do you guys understand? And just so you guys know, I'm not like, this isn't from a day ago, 2 days ago, 3 days ago, right? This is like, I literally, you guys saw, scroll back in this video. I scrolled all the way back randomly to a random date in 2020, right? And just did this live time. Just told you guys live time. We're in replay mode on TradingView, right? I called this the demand zone. I said it would go up to the sell, this supply zone, and reject. What did it do? It rejected. You guys saw the random score, right? So this isn't me trading off hindsight. This isn't me going back and like telling you something I already know. I literally scrolled randomly and just drew these out. I'll make the zone longer. And remember, if you guys watched my previous video, right, on supply and demand, what happens? Say there's orders setting up here, right? What happens when orders come into this area and get filled? What does the supply zone become? Weaker, or does it become stronger? Right? what starts to happen? If the zones are getting eaten up, if orders are coming and filling, if it keeps hitting that supply zone and rejecting over and over and over again, right? Is that making the zone stronger? Or is it making it weaker? It's weaker, correct. Now I tried tricking you guys there by saying rejects over and over and over again to see who really paid attention to the last video and who's paying attention now, right? The more times it comes here, right? Orders got filled here. Let me get this. Orders got filled here. Orders got filled here. Orders got filled here. Orders filled. Orders filled. Say there's 1,000 shares, right? 200 got filled. 300 got filled. 100 got filled. 100, right? There's a certain amount of orders. Then what happens? It gets weaker because those orders are constantly getting filled to the point where it's going to break through one time or another because that wall is going to be taken out, right? So now that we've tested this multiple times, we may get a pullback, but what's eventually going to happen is it's going to break through here because all these orders are already filled. So we're going to hit play. It's rejecting. More orders get filled. As you guys can see, orders got filled here, orders got filled here, and we get a nice pullback off our supply. So what does that tell us? Now, I'm going to go back in time to why I drew this, and I'm going to retrace that question that someone asked. Why didn't I draw this as a zone? We want zones that look exactly like this one, right? Does anyone want to tell me why this zone is so strong? How come price was not able to break above? How do we tell that this is a strong zone? How do we tell that, hey, this zone has some volume behind it? It's going to be a very strong zone. And it all occurs when you draw it. That's how you know if it's a strong or weak zone. If you guys don't know this, I'm going to be very disappointed in you guys, especially if you guys have been following me for a little bit. I would be very upset. Exactly. Massive sell-off, right? When you draw the zones, guys, this is why you guys won't see me in the paid group. You guys will see me very rarely take any trades, right? Heavily. Why? Because I wait for my zones. I will wait hours, 2 hours, 3 hours for something to hit my zone. Wait for my setups to hit. Right? That's why I'm so consistently profitable. And I'm not just saying that. You guys have seen my TradeZella. I'm not being cocky. I'm not doing any of that shit. You guys can go back, look at my TradeZella, look at everything I post, right? You guys will see that this works for me, right? I don't just say, oh, use this strategy, don't use it. I'm not like these other people on Twitter who just fucking show you their winners. I'll show you my results. I show you my Webull calendar. I show you my TradeZella calendar, right? I show you my percent gain. I show everything. This strategy works for me, right? And everyone in the paid group knows it works because they're with me there. So what am I showing you guys here? We had this insane sell-off. And the reason why they work is because you need to understand the psychology behind these zones. Why do you draw the zones? Why is it a supply? Why is it a demand? What makes it a strong supply or a strong demand? The big move. We want to see a huge move. And what did we have here? We had an insane move to the downside. A very sharp sell-off, right? Buyers come up to here, right? And buyers are gone. What's happening here? How come it has a green candle here and then just boom, falls off a cliff? And everyone who's new to the stream right now, guys, this is a random date. I literally scrolled randomly into 2020, picked a random chart, and started drawing out the zones. Just so you guys know, I have no idea what's happening. It's a random-ass date, and this is just completely on the spot. Just to show you guys that this actually works. Okay? So, how come the buyers are stepping in, right? Right here, boom, here's the cliff, plateaus, falls off. That's a good supply zone. Buyers are coming in, huge rejection, and it just knifes down. That tells us that this area here, from the top of the wick down to the body of this candle, right, that there are a large amount of sell orders sitting at this level. And you see that time and time again from all these rejections, right? And now, if I was to go onto the daily chart here, this would be considered chop. This is range. It's not breaking above the sell side, or it's not breaking above the resistance. It's not breaking down below support. It's just chopping around, right? This is just chop. It's moving sideways now. We got the bottom. We shorted the top. Now it's just moving side to side, right? This is a no trade zone. So now, does anyone care to tell me in what area here? Wait, where did that zone go? Oh no, I gotta scroll all the way back now. Are you kidding me? All right, we found it. And let me go back into replay. We were like right here, no? Bro, what? No way they're getting trading views about to do this to me right now. I'm going to go here back out to the daily and see if we could grab it. Guys, does anyone know why trading view is messing up right now? Like, it's not letting me go back into my zones that I was drawing. Because now I won't be able to show you guys. Right? So look, this was a strong zone. We got the bottom. We shorted the top. Now you just wait. And what was I saying before, guys? I was saying this many times before. After these orders keep getting filled, this supply zone gets weaker and weaker and weaker and weaker because all these orders that are sitting there ready to push the price down. The orders are sitting here ready to push the price down, right? They got filled. We knew that this zone was weaker. So when it came up after the 7th or 8th time, obviously you try taking a short if you really want to with smaller size. But you know it's smaller size because you know all these orders got filled here, right? You wait for a breakout. Now, if you try bringing a breakout trader, you get this little move here, right? You get it from 362 to like 363, like a dollar move. And then it just chops around. What do you wait for then? You wait for a pullback. Pulls back exactly into our supply zone. Pulls exactly into our supply zone. Fills the orders here, fills the buy orders. And then it gaps up $2. And then this would be your sell if you really want to. Honestly, if I was anyone else, I'd be selling up here. I'd be selling up here. Right? But does that make sense? Do you guys understand why we drew out those zones? Did anything I just say there make sense and help you guys in the slightest? Yes or no? Do you guys understand this? You guys are getting a better understanding? Alright, love that. Love seeing these messages. So that's just me going over briefly about the supply and demand zones. We go over it in the paid group. Now you guys know I don't like to fucking promote the paid group a lot. But these are the types of classes we hold every single day in the paid group, right? We hold these every single day. Me, Big Bull Steel, we have a class every single day, and they're all in-depth like this. We trade live. We have our screens open, and we trade live and show you us taking these trades at our demand, selling out at our supply, shorting the supply, covering at demand. We show this all 100% in the group, right? And if you guys want to join, here's the link for the wait list. You can't just join immediately. You have to hop on the wait list. We'll send you an email in a week or two, and that's when you'll be able to join. Why the 15-minute time frame? Just because, honestly, I just like trading it because it helps me stay in a position longer. It helps me see the overall move more. 5 minutes too choppy for me sometimes. 1 minute just gives me a heart attack. I just like using that, you know? Are order blocks and imbalances similar to supply and demand? No, they are not. Supply and demand is completely different from order blocks and imbalances from an ICT standpoint. He's looking at where orders have yet to get filled. He even says it himself. It's not the same as supply and demand. But order blocks and imbalances, like from the outside perspective, can be seen as the same thing. What about the 3 minute? Dude, if I'm not trading the 5 minute, what makes you think I'm going to trade 3 minute? What do you use besides supply and demand? Nothing. I don't use support and I'll look at support and resistance. Volume, VWAP. Yeah, I use volume. VWAP, not really. 9 and 21 EMA, not really. And for those of you guys who are questioning, like any of this, questioning if this is, you know, if these work or not, I'm gonna pull up a little picture right now and show you guys. I just took this screenshot on my TradeZella showing my May P&L. So if this is how you guys want your P&L to look like, your calendar, where you have more green days than red. Now, raise your hand if you guys were red for the month of May. Just type in something in the chat, and then we'll go over it, see what we can do. We'll try figuring out the reasoning why. We'll go from there. Chrome, go watch my video I made on supply and demand. It pains me to see all these people saying that they were red for the month of May. Because in the paid group, how much is the group? It's 129, I think. I don't know. But the wait list is free to join. The wait list, basically the wait list is just to see if you're even like able to hop in the group. Like you'll send an email, first come, first serve. But what I want to go over right now, this was my month. Right? This is only using supply and demand. Right? 3 red days. And this one, I was in Miami. This week alone, I think I made like 25K. And I posted that. All this is just consistency. This was a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12-day green streak, 1 red day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6-day green streak after that. And I'll update my June calendar at the end of the month. Need back and was the server one's $20? Yeah. Bro. It's some fucking some bullshit, man. You go live voice or video during trading? Yeah, both. Yeah, you sold your green streak. So 15, 30, and 1 hour for supply and demand. That's what I use. What indicators? I don't really use indicators like that. I like blank charts, to be honest. Do you have daily money goals? Not really. How do you play a trend line break? I don't really trade trend line breaks, to be honest. Like, look, here's the trend line right here. Go from here. Hold on, this shit is fucking... Make it... Like, this could be considered a trend line break right here. Right? It breaks, but then... Look at this. It breaks, and then it invalidates it right after. This is why I don't like I don't like trend lines. Because, look. This happens, right? It breaks this line, drops like $2. Like, by this time, I'm probably break even on the fucking options contract. Because options contracts move so weird sometimes. Like, this is probably a break-even trade right about now. Whereas, I could look for, you know, a demand. And, you know, I don't know where I draw my demand. There's so much. Like, without looking like a hindsight person. Right? Like, like right here. I'll just take the example. You draw it out like... First of all, why is my magnet being so annoying? Say you draw this, right? You catch a move from 369 down to 368. Or you catch this demand right here. Boom, boom. Market never pulled back to this demand, did it? Or you could just play these higher lows. I just really hate trend lines because sometimes they don't even do it. What's the difference between support and resistance? Support and resistance is a line. Supply and demand is you're trading orders that have yet to be filled. You're trading institutional orders. I strictly trade supply and demand. How long ago did I start this live stream, guys? It's been 30 minutes. I think... Yo, are you guys satisfied with the live stream so far, guys? I'm about to go watch some YouTube and chart and study. Did you guys learn anything new? Did this help you guys at all? Did you guys learn anything new? Did you guys learn anything that could benefit you in the future? Because if so, I need you guys to do two things, right? Either you could join the waitlist, or I would really, really appreciate it if you guys would tweet at me saying, yo, Shinobi, thanks for the class. I learned this. And tell me what you learned, right? Drop like a fucking testimonial about the fucking live stream. It's a 30-minute live stream that's going to teach you more than any of your other favorite Furuz courses. Any of your other favorite Furuz shit, you know? And I hate saying that, but that's the truth. This is all free. For having a paid group, I dropped the most free game. Right? No other paid Discords are going on live streams teaching people the sauce, bro. They're not going to teach people what they teach in their paid Discord. The thing is, I teach you guys this. I teach you guys way more stuff. The difference between me and them is I trade it. I have the results. I show you the results, and you see me do it every single day. All right? But yo, guys, let me see some. No one even tweeted at me yet. Like, I'd really appreciate if you guys were like, yo, Shinobi, thanks for the class. I learned this. Definitely signing up for the waitlist. If this is what the premium's about, I definitely want it. Drop me some shit like that, all right? And I love you forever. So, I'm not a single person. There's 100 people in here. If I don't get 100 tweets, I'm never doing a live. Guys, if I make this stream right now and I don't get any tweets of people saying they learned something, that's just going to tell me you guys didn't learn anything and that there's no point in me doing these lives. But anyways, guys, I'm going to call it a night. 30-minute live stream. I'm not going to take up too much of your Saturday nights. Guys, have any questions? If you guys want to hop on a one-on-one mentorship or whatever, DM me, all right? Haha, can't sign up for the waitlist if I'm in premium. All right. Love you, boys. Take it easy.